Hey, welcome back to the Big Rant Show. As always, thank you for joining me. If you could, hit the subscribe button down below and let's get right to it. Now, there's a lot of speculation now about yet another person that might run for the 2020 election. And this time it's Bill Gates. Apparently, the other day he gave a interview to Fareed Zakaria over on CNN where he talked about the tax bill and stuff like that and how people at the very top got a lot and the people at the very bottom got nothing for the most part. Now, he didn't say he was going to run for president, but apparently some people are thinking that he may be pointing himself towards a 2020 presidential run. Now, the question is it a viable option? Could he win? And I'm not sure if he could. Now, I'm not saying that the people that are making, billions of dollars a year shouldn't be able to pay more in taxes, as he goes on to say. But at the same time, does he have the political ability to get the job done, to get there and win, and then get his agenda through? And since I don't know, I have not heard of him being involved in government, I would like to see somebody in 2020 that maybe has a little bit of experience in the world of politics. But as we seem to be, we're at a situation or a spot now where pretty much anyone can be president, whether or not they have any experience in the world of politics or not. We see that with the president we currently have. And of course, Barack Obama didn't have a lot of experience in terms of federal politics before he became a senator. And he went on to be a pretty good president and at least didn't do anything to make things worse in the country. But the question goes back to Bill Gates. Would Bill Gates make a good president? Now, he's made a very successful business. He's been very successful in his business enterprises. He's worth some $90 billion. When it comes to being wealthy, he sure makes Donald Trump look poor. Now, I'm not saying anything bad about Donald Trump or the fact that he has money or whatever. He's just not. Donald Trump is not as worth as much as he puts out to be. And Bill Gates, you can confirm his net worth. He also doesn't have as many failed businesses as Donald Trump. But could he win? Would you vote for him? I'm at the point now where I would, if he was to win the Democratic nomination, I would vote for him. He's not my first choice because he still seems more like another celebrity option. And I really don't like the idea necessarily. It's just like the same issue I have with Mark Cuban. I would vote for him. Mark Cuban be an okay guy, I think. But I would like somebody with a little more political, knowledge, a little more political, history and stuff like that, just to make everything run smoothly. We've seen the last year and a half how it goes to have a celebrity president. It doesn't really work very well. But there again, Mark Cuban and Bill Gates they're a lot different than Donald Trump. And I think Bill Gates could be a better president than Donald Trump. But I don't know if he has the wherewithal, I guess is the phrase, to get the job done. He seems, in some of his interviews, he seems a little soft in places, and that he may be able to be pushed around, and that's not something we can do. We do not need a president that's easily swayed, easily pushed around by other people. Now, no one's going to, unlike some people, Bill Gates isn't going to be bought. Clearly, he's got plenty of money. There's no amount of money you want to give him to make him richer than he already is, really. He's already super rich. I don't think you're going to see the connections with Russia as much. But question comes up, though. Yeah, he's good at business. Donald Trump's semi-good at business. What's that mean for the country? But it doesn't mean anything. Just because you're good at business doesn't mean you know how to keep the economy going. It doesn't mean that you know how to make sure jobs are growing. But I think Bill Gates may do a better job of that than Donald Trump. Now, I don't think Bill Gates is considering a run at all. I don't even think he's really thinking about it. I think he's just worried. He's worried about the direction things are going, and so he made that point about the tax bill that just passed being a regressive tax bill as opposed to a progressive one, where all the benefits pretty much went to the top and the poor is just basically left in the cold. Now, like I said, I don't think he's going to run. But if he did run, I don't think he would win. I don't think he'd be able to win the primary. But we will see. And to Bill Gates, if you do run, I hope that you're successful. But there again, right now we don't have a clue who's going to run in 2020. That's pure speculation. And if Bill Gates was to run and happen to become president, the last question I have is, how would he deal with foreign affairs, with foreign policy and things like that? Would he be able to take the day in, day out rigor of having to deal with that without losing his mind or whatever whatever else could happen, without, maybe being a little too touchy on the trigger finger? But that's something we'll all know in time. All I know is right now Donald Trump needs to go. And in 2020 is our only chance to get rid of him for at least another 4 years. So at least the president in the U.S. is only allowed to run 2 terms. But hopefully Donald Trump will lose the 2020 election and we'll go on from there. Because I do not believe impeachment is going to happen. Right now, based on the evidence I am seeing, I do not think I do not see collusion between Donald Trump himself and Russia. I do believe some people in his party were unwittingly brought into the fold, as it were, and they unwittingly helped the Russians, screw around with our elections last year or back in 2016. I really don't think at this point that Donald Trump had anything to do with it. Now, that'll get liberals mad at me, but right now that's just what I see. I don't see any evidence to the contrary. And even reading that indictment the other day, I didn't see anything, directly correlating to Donald Trump. Now, I reserve the right to change my opinion later on down the road if new information comes out. So keep that in mind, that I am open to new information. And once that new information comes out, I will let you know what I think. Right now, we need to let the Mueller investigation continue, and we need to see what happens. Right now, we need to be sure that Russia is put in its place over what I see as an act of war in manipulating our 2016 and possibly elections before that. But anyhow, Bill Gates might run for office. Apparently, it's a big rumor going around, being just over there churning at the rumor mill. And I thought I'd bring that to you. So let me know down below what you think about Bill Gates possibly running for president. Do you think it's a good idea? Is it a bad idea? And do you think he'd be able to have the chops to pull off being a good president with a strong, foreign policy? Anyhow, y'all have a great day. I'll see you down the road.